What do you get when you mix a manacle clown, a 50-foot baby, and a broken roller coaster inside a giant dome? Welcome to the Simpsons ride, a chaotic, emotion-blurring tribute to America's most dysfunctional family. Long before this ride tossed tourists around Springfield, this building had a totally different future. Before there was Krusty Land, there was time travel. Universal Studios Hollywood originally housed Back to the Future the Ride, a fan-favorite simulator that took guests on a wild chase through time with Doc Brown and Biff. But by the mid-2000s, The Simpsons was still one of the biggest TV's biggest shows, and Universal saw a golden opportunity. They closed the Time Circus in 2007 and broke ground on a ride that would capture the show's humor, chaos, and cultural bite. The Simpsons ride opened in 2008, May 15th in Florida, and May 19th in Hollywood. And from day one, it brought something totally new, a story-driven motion simulation inside a massive IMAX dome. The ride took 2 years to develop, and Universal worked hand-in-hand with Simpsons creator Matt Groening and longtime producer Al Jean to nail the show's signature look and tone. Instead of repurposing old content, the ride features all-new animation overseen by Blur Studio and Real FX. And even the pre-shows got custom 2D segments from animation houses like Film Roman and Rough Draft Studios. Everything was designed to feel like you were inside a full episode of the show, from the waiting area, to the jokes on the walls, to the Krusty branded chaos once you strap in. It took over 100 animators to bring the ride footage to life. So, what actually happens on the ride? Well, once you board your coaster cart, it lifts into an 80-foot dome with 4K projectors and surround sound. You're basically inside a 360-degree cartoon. Each of the 24 vehicles is mounted on a scissor lift that can tilt and drop you several feet in any direction. When synced with the action on the screen, it really feels like you're falling, flying, or crashing through the air, even though you've never moved more than a few feet. You'll encounter radioactive goo, rampaging pandas, explosions, and of course, a very angry Sideshow Bob, voiced once again by Kelsey Grammer. The ride runs about 4.5 minutes and seats over 2,000 people per hour at full capacity. There are 2 giant IMAX domes to keep filtering people and keep the line moving. Unfortunately, these days, the ride never really runs at full capacity and there are a lot of broken coaster carts, so the line moves quite slowly. But Universal didn't stop with the ride. In 2013, they expanded the area into a full-blown Springfield, complete with Krusty Burger, Lard Lad Donuts, and Moe's Tavern. It was more than just theming, it was a love letter to fans. You can sip a Duff beer, try a Flaming Moe, or take a selfie with the Jabaya Springfield statue. The expansion turned the Simpsons ride from a standalone attraction to the heart of a mini-land, packed with references, photo ops, and deep-cut fan Easter eggs. The giant Lard Lad donut is real, and it's surprisingly delicious. In 2022, Universal quietly refreshed the ride with new audio syncing and lighting tweaks. It's not a full overhaul, but longtime fans noticed smoother transitions, updated dialogue pacing, and brighter effects. They also painted the exterior of the show building nice and purple to keep out from the California sun. Here's something cool. The ride is surprisingly eco-friendly. It uses more than 2,500 LED lights, saving over 660 kilowatt hours a day. That's enough to power a small neighborhood, or maybe just Homer's fridge. Now, with Disney owning the Simpsons brand, the future of Krusty Land is uncertain. Universal's license reportedly runs until 2028, but no one knows what happens after that. Could it be rethemed, renewed, replaced with Minions or Mario? For now, nothing's confirmed, but Simpsons fans should enjoy it while they can. If I was a betting man, I would bet that the building would be demolished and replaced with something like Pokemon. I would also bet that the ride and land would close well before that 2028 license renewal. Whether you're a lifelong fan of the show or just love flying through Springfield chaos, the Simpsons ride remains one of Universal's most creative and chaotic experiences. Fans are divided on whether they like it or not because it took over such a beloved attraction in Back to the Future. But the Simpsons ride has its own new generation of fans, and I'm sure those generation of fans will miss it once the ride eventually leaves. In the comments, let me know if you've been on the attraction, and then if you like the attraction, or if you liked Back to the Future beforehand. Are you also very upset that this ride replaced Back to the Future and you're never going to give it a chance? Let me know. If you do like this ride, though, what is your favorite part? And if you've never been on the ride, would you before it leaves? If you liked ride history videos just like this one, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Theme Park Wizard, and stay tuned for more theme park deep dives. Also, if you want to help support the channel, you can press the Super Thanks button and become a member and getting early access to videos just like this one. Until next time, watch out for Sideshow Bob.